stopping by Open Studios. I'm about to take off the second half of this earth pot sculpture that I created out of beeswax. I made the original of this. It's a long process, but there was an original sculpture that I made. I did a rubber mold of it. This is the rubber mold, and pulled the original sculpture out. And then I did a mother mold. This plaster mold is called the mother mold that holds the rubber in place. And then I poured encaustic into this and let it cool overnight, and now I'm going to take it out. It's a big unveiling. So since you were here for Open Studios, I will do this. This is a very involved process, making these molds. And this might be the last one I pull out because the rubber is cracking. So you will see that when I pull the wax out. So I'm taking the screws off that hold the mother mold together, because we have to take the rigid mold off so we can get the flexible mold out of here. This is a very large screwdriver. And this is a two-part mother mold, which we're going to take off. See? This is what it's going to look like when we pull it out. I'm making the other half of this sculpture. Here we go. Set this aside. Not lose the screws, because we're going to put that back together. And this is the wax inside the rubber mold, which I am now going to pull off of here. And the first time you do this, many times you do this, the rubber does not crack. But this is an old mold. You can see it's cracking. I'm going to try and keep it intact. It's definitely. This might be the last earth pod. I have cast these in bronze too. I've used foundry wax for these and done the lost wax method of bronze casting. That is the rubber mold. So in order that it doesn't crack anymore, I'm going to put it back in the rubber mold. I think that's correct. We're going to screw it back together, or at least hold it in place. But this is the piece that I just cast. So I have two halves of a mold. Put them together. What I'm going to do, I will put either raffia or lamb's wool inside, and then to finish this, I'm going to put do what's called an intaglio wipe with raw umber oil paint, and get a little bit more texture to the surface. You can see little bits of the rubber underneath here that I need to pull out, but